Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. So last week we did a graphic design video. This week we're gonna do a graphic design video. I know it's like, oh, two videos in a row we've got graphic design. I do want to make more game development videos, but I'm in the process of making a game devlog, but it'll be out next week because I haven't finished it. I haven't finished the development of a mini project that I'm working on. So yeah, so this week we're going to be doing a Photoshop tutorial. Um, so I actually learned this from another graphic designer called Sesso HQ. He's pretty well known in the graphic design community. So yeah, go check him out. What you want to do is you open up Photoshop and create a new file, a new project, and if you want to use this as like a YouTube banner or something like that, I'd advise you to use 2560 by 1440. It's just that's what YouTube uses, and also it can be any resolution, but that makes it so that you can use it on YouTube, you can use it on Twitter, you can use it anywhere. So you want to go ahead and have these default settings and just change the width and height. So you want to create it, and that will give you a blank document. So before you get into making this, you need to download a picture of a barcode. Yes, a barcode, as just any barcode. Just make sure it looks a bit like this. Right, so you want to download it and you want to drag and drop it into Photoshop, into your document. What you want to do next is, you see how you've got like this box around it. You want to resize the picture to fit the whole document, and you can also like distort it as well. So like you can also make it bigger than what it should be, like longer and stuff like that. Yeah, and also if you want to make it longer, you just press and hold shift and like do this. So yeah, okay, I think about there. It doesn't need to fill up the whole screen because you're gonna resize it later on anyway, so it doesn't need to fit on. I just like making it fit on. But yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay, so you could keep it as just plain white, but if you want to go for something more interesting, you can color this in. So you want to go and hit the magic wand tool, and you want to just press on any of the white spaces. You can also do this for the black spaces as well, but I've never really done that. But you can do it for the black spaces. But we're going to keep that black just for this tutorial, and you can go ahead, just choose like a different color. I'm going to use, actually I'm not going to use red, so I used red in the example. I'll go ahead and use like a yellowish color, and then you want to hit the bucket tool, paint bucket tool. It's under this gradient tool. It might be gradient. All you need to do is just press and hold onto the gradient tool button, and then there's a paint bucket tool option. You can click on that, and then it'll just come up with this smart object must be rasterized. Yeah, you can press OK, and then you just want to fill in the white areas. So yeah, and then you want to press Control D, which just deselects everything, and it doesn't matter about the numbers. So what you want to do next is, obviously you want to make sure this is rasterized. You can rename this to just barcode, and you want to go on to filter and then liquify, and this will bring up this little window. Now you just want to change your values for the brush tool options. I've got it all default. This is because I've already done this before. It's already like saved my value. So this is what you might want for the thingy, for the whole for what's going to happen next. And you also want to check the twirl clockwise tool, or else it's not going to work properly. What you want to do is you want to get part of the barcode like about here, and you want to just move it upwards. Press and hold and like move it upwards, and like just play around with like just different parts. Actually, that was really bad. Just different parts of the barcode, and you should come up with a few results. You can press Ctrl Z just to go back like different like versions of this. And actually, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna go back. Actually, no. I'm gonna increase this back to 1000 because it worked a lot better when I did it with this one. So yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so something like this maybe. Yeah, I think something like that. And yeah, so you just want to play around with it, see what's best for your liking and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead with this and press OK. So that should update your whole thingy, whatever's going on here. So what you want to do next is you want to add a filter to it. So at the moment it looks really plain and doesn't look that nice. Actually, what you're going to do first before we add a filter, press Ctrl T and you want to resize this again. Basically what you want is you want to find the best position for your liking, and I think something like this looks good enough for me. Obviously this is a tutorial, I'm not going to do it to the best I can. The example that I showed earlier in the video, that's like the best I've got it to, but yeah, you can go ahead and just position wherever, make sure it's all nice and stuff like that. And then what you want to do next is make sure you have the layer selected, the barcode layer selected, and you want to go on to filter and you want to go to filter gallery, and underneath, actually let me just resize this, underneath artistic, the artistic tab, you should find plastic wrap, and that should like come up with this kind of metallic-y, plasticky kind of look. I mean, it's called plastic wrap, so it's in the name. It's a plastic wrap, it makes it look like a plastic wrap. So yeah, that's you can like change the highlight strength. I think this is the default values for me because I've already done this. I think I might actually reduce the highlight, so the actually no, I think I like it at 13. Yeah, I think I like it at 13. So yeah, you can copy my values if you want. Obviously play around with it and see what's best for your design. And once you've like played around with it and stuff like that, you can go ahead and press OK, and that should give you this. Now you can keep it like this, but most graphic designers, they'd go the further step and they'd go ahead and add more filters to it and make it more sharper, because if you look at it now, it's not that clear and it's not the best you can get. So we're going to press filter at the top here, and then we're going to press camera raw filter and let that load up. Okay, and we want to hit this button here, cycle between before and after views. That will just make it so you have the before and then the after. So now what you want to do is, again, you want to play around with the values down here. So I'd advise against using these. Don't use these. I think these are the best ones to mess around with. You can use shadows here to like make it darker here. Look, so like the black is more standing out here, or you can make it lighter. That looks horrible, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I think I'm gonna keep it at. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'll keep it at that for the shadows. The whites you can put up a bit. Yeah, I like the white to be really high, so I think for me it's gonna be about 35. Right? You want to also increase the clarity a bit. This one's really important. Look at this. Look at the changes. It's just so much better. Like the clarity is just so much better in the. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it looks better. That's what you're looking for here. It looks better. It looks a lot better here. So I think about this one, 35. Yeah. Now the next part is pretty important. You want to go into the detail tab, and you'll have these values here, and you want to mess around with these again, mess around. What I advise doing is just busting the detail all the way up to 100. It just makes it just a lot sharper, and also the amount that you're going to add, bust that up to about 150, and it'll make it, at first it'll make it look really grainy, so you don't want it all the way up to 150. You can go about 75 maybe, and look at the detail. Look at this part here. It looks so much more like sharp and just better in every way. So this, remember, this is before and this is after. You can see clearly the changes in between. I'm not sure whether the recording is picking it up, but with my eyes I can see, yeah, this is a lot better than it was before. And then once you've like messed around with all the values and stuff like that, you want to press OK. And yeah, that's about it. Maybe this barcode isn't the best for this design. When I did the actual design, actually it's my desktop screensaver here, I actually used a different picture for a different barcode. So honestly, it depends on what barcode picture you use and how you do the swirly effect as well. So after this, you can keep it just like this and use it like this, but obviously as a header you want more to it. So on my one, what I added was another text layer, and I put in my my internet name. We have this here. What I went ahead and did in the example, obviously this is all optional, you don't need to do this in your final design. Instead of using like a word, you can use your logo or something like that, or you can put in your contact information and stuff like that. Also, I'd rather make this a bit smaller as well, just to make it short, make sure that it fits in on all platforms wherever you're going to use it. So what I went ahead and did in the example is I went ahead and added another filter to it. Make sure the text or the logo layer is selected, and you want to press, like we did before, we want to press filter gallery. We want to convert it. No, we want to rasterize it. We'll rasterize it, and we want to go ahead and add. If you look here, because it's already applied it by itself, you can add a plastic wrap, and it makes it look like the text is also affected by like the metal and stuff like that. So that's if you just press OK. So like you can see here, like it's got like a grey-ish effect, and then it's got like a white down here, and it looks really good and against the background. So yeah. That is literally it. That's about it. That's how you design this header in Photoshop. Obviously, you don't need to follow this tutorial exactly. There's stuff you're going to do differently. You can use different filters. You can use different values. You can use a different picture if you like. I think what Sesso did in his video is, instead of using a barcode, he used text. So he did text, and he flipped the text over on its side and copied and pasted it over and over again, and used that almost like how the black edges here of the barcode are used. And he also added a motion blur to it. So yeah, that you can do it that way. You can do it this way. There's so many ways of doing it. Go ahead and explore different ways of doing it and stuff like that. It's really, really fun to just mess around with Photoshop. So yeah, that's about it. So if you enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and make sure you check out Orostra and my socials. They'll be linked down below. And yeah, that's about it. So until next time, goodbye.